Hey, Veteran Nation fans. So, this video today is a members only video, and it is one that I said I would make. Uh, I I said I would make it, and then I held off because I don't like doing things out of emotion, and I didn't want to have a video out of emotion because it never works well. So uh, when things kind of cooled down a little bit, I was willing to walk away and not do this video. But with all the stuff that happened with Eric Miller being upset, uh, Spawn Trooper Scott M. Taylor has decided to uh, do more things against me, do more videos against me. Um, so I want to play a little bit of what the type of things I'm talking about. This is from his stream earlier this week. And again, after I heard this, I didn't do a video upset. I'm taking this very calm. But there's so many lies out there now being told. I'm just doing this to correct the record.
Him and to his campaign to get his scooter, his mobility scooter,
Let's
so he
talk
has
about
more
Eric.
mobility. Okay, so
So yeah, he's talking here about Eric Miller. If you go on Eric's Give Send Go, you'll see that I donated to a scooter over $100, both from me and Veteran Nation Foundation. Um, Fully willing to do it. I don't want the money back. I have not asked for any type of refund. Me and Eric, we had a falling out because he was going on to Spawn Trooper and other platforms and talking smack about me. I watched it in real time. Now the thing is, I will help a veteran, but if you do something against me, I'm probably going to be less inclined to help you. I am not. I'm not going to be people's punching bag. I will set healthy boundaries. And when Eric did that, now I kind of sat on it for like a month. I don't pay attention to moderators and stuff like that. He was still a mod in my chat, and I didn't want to do anything publicly. So that's why I didn't address it publicly until Eric started addressing it publicly. He was mad that I took away his mod status, and then when he came into one of the things, Georgie, she booted him, and she had asked me if it was okay. I was like, yeah, I'm okay with it. Um, sorry, let me mute this. Um, so yeah, that's how that went down. But we didn't talk about it publicly. And then Eric went on to Daniel's chat and was talking all about it. So I I went into Daniel's chat and I said, "Look, I'm never going to work with that guy again. He did some, uh, in my opinion, some shady stuff. I don't do that. As you guys know, I don't play the mommy daddy game. Don't come into my chat acting all nice and then go into someone else's chat and stir up shit. I'm not going to do that." And Eric has he's done this before. He was in Sasquatch's chat, and he was actually a part of Sasquatch's organization. He started a bunch of drama, and Sasquatch said, "Okay, well, I'm removing you from the board," and he did the same thing there. So I had an indication this would happen. That's just the type of guy Eric is. He's got some PTSD and some stuff like that going on that he needs to address, and he refuses to address it. And the other thing I'll say about Eric is he wants everybody to solve his problems. Uh, and I do come across that with veterans when I'm helping them, and I can't be the one to solve all your issues. I will help you. I will give you advice. With him, I was like, dude, you can't call the VA and just go on and on and on. Like no one's going to put up with that. You have to say, "Okay, I need your help. I need your help with these things here." But he wants to, talk about things that happened years ago in other VA systems, and that's just not helpful. Like at some point, you have to just mentally get past that. You got to move on. That's the problems with Eric. I'm not holding this against him. Um, I just okay. You, I was willing to look past all that other stuff, but then when you go and you're trashing me to other people, I'm done. I'm just you clearly don't want my help then. If I'm not helping you enough or not doing enough things for you, then you need to find someone else. Move along. And that was my take on it.
Actual fact, that's a different way around. So fuck off. Bye bye.
Someone comes in the chat and they mention me is all that happens. This is what sends.
I told you. I warned you. Don't come in here. All right, trying to, no. Sorry.
Don't come around
No,
here no
you're not
more.
going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. If you guys are sitting on the outside wanting to hate, all right, let me tell you something right now.
This is the exact same thing that Eric did, going into other chats and starting drama. And he's mad at this guy, but Eric, and you'll see he's lying about me and Eric.
All right, now that you brought up Vet Nation, okay, now I don't have anything against Mike when he does.
Really, because you just did last week. You were talking about how I don't do enough, and he gets into that again.
Anything charity when he does anything about a campaign and everything else. All right, that's what he stands for. Right, he is a charitable organization.
It's not what I stand for. It's just something that I do. Veteran Nation is the show. Been doing the show for almost 5 years now. We've only had the charity for a year, and that was just because so many people were coming to help that I wanted some avenue that I could help. It's not my be all end all. It's actually not even my mission, but I digress.
To support veterans. Okay, so why is he dropped Eric?
No, I never said my organization is to support veterans. What I've said is the mission of this show is to help and entertain veterans, military, and their families. Now, I gave over $100 to Eric's scooter GoFundMe. I promoted it. I promoted his channel. I helped. Now, he's going to have an issue. I backed up a little bit here.
Right, he is a charitable organization to support veterans.
I'm actually a nonprofit, not a charitable organization. A little bit of a difference, but I digress.
Okay, so why is he dropped Eric Miller?
Because Eric was doing things to hurt me. That is why. I will do what I can to help. I do not have to let people. I do not have to be people's doormat.
Miller, who is a Navy veteran, because he talks to me.
That is not why I dropped him. I didn't. He can talk to you all he wants. I don't care. But when he's trashing me and my show publicly, he's doing damage to me. That's what he did. He went on to Spawn Trooper's show and was talking shit about me, saying that I don't know why when Spawn Trooper's going off on me, did a whole live stream. He's done several now, but he did a whole live stream December 17th. You can go, we'll get into that. But as it was going on, Eric was trashing me. And yeah, you guys will see how I was just telling all of them to knock it off.
All right, we're not talking about personal insights or anything else.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I'm talking about what you stand for. Okay, we've heard what Veteran Nation has said. We've heard what Daniel has said, but we've heard what Veteran Nation. Now, Mike is some.
Now he's talking about Daniel Lucas, who does panorama computer. Go check out Daniel's show. He's a really good dude. Eric was a mod for Daniel, and after everything that happened with this, Eric went into Daniel's show. Daniel's show, not even on his own platform. He went into Daniel's and started creating the drama. And Daniel said, "Stop it. We're not going to get into that here." And he kept it up. And Daniel said, "Okay, that's it. I'm removing him as a mod." And now Eric has done the same thing and gone and ran to Spawn Trooper for the same stuff. So let's keep going.
Mike is someone who is supposed to be looked up to.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No one is supposed to look up to me. I've never asked anyone to look up to me. Do your own thing. Be your own self. That's what I tell you.
Has said. We've heard what Daniel has said, but we've heard what Veteran. Now, Mike is someone who is supposed to be looked up to. He's a former officer. He won.
Former officer. I'm a former officer. I'm not an officer. I don't have to. I don't have to play the diplomatic game anymore if I don't want to. I don't.
He runs a charity over the last 4 years. Brags about how many people he's helped.
I don't. I don't. Um, I will help people publicly. I also have a lot of people that reach out and say, "Look, I don't want this on the show," and I'm perfectly fine with that. I've never put a number to how many people I've helped. I like to think I've helped people. I really do. Um, if I haven't, well, I tried. That's what I try to do is I try to be a better person tomorrow than I am today, and I try to be a better person today than I was yesterday. I try to put a little bit better stuff into the world. That's about it. That's all I can do. I have recognized there are things in my life I can change, things in my life I can't change. Um, but to say I'm bragging about helping people, no, no. I have to promote what I do because by selling more t-shirts and stuff like that means I can potentially help more people. Now, Spone Trooper has a lot of criticism of my organization and what I do. Where's your organization? He's helped. He's helped Eric, and great, great. I've never told anyone not to help Eric. That's just I'm not going to help Eric. So yeah, keep helping Eric. But I'll ask you this: why are you not inviting Eric onto your show? Huh, Spawn Trooper? You'll have people on your show that you think can help you. Why are you not why are you not bringing Eric on? Eric needs the love. He's got what 118 subscribers. Why don't you bring him on your show? Do some simulcasts. See, you want to criticize and say I'm not doing enough. Are you doing enough?
How many people he's helped. But because and then he involves his personal feelings, his emotions.
I'm not going to let people I don't have to help people. If they're going to bash me, I don't have to help you. You can go get help from somewhere else. There's plenty of organizations out there. I am not the only one. I'm not going to be your doormat. I don't have to. I don't have to take it. Shut up and take it. I don't have to. You help them. You create sponsor or create a nonprofit. You create a nonprofit and you can help Eric. It can be the Eric Miller nonprofit. There you go.
His emotions, because one person happens to talk to me, also a veteran of 30 plus years.
Okay. So he can talk to you. I don't care. But if he's going to trash me, I'm not going to help him. So there you go. That's that clip. Okay. And then before I get into the DMs, because I am going to show the DMs, I do want to show a couple other things. Because he likes to brag about all the research that he's done. Okay. And he gets very upset at people using his research. Okay. I'm just aligning these up before I show him. So yeah, he gets very upset. And when you do stories like the what the hell story, I'm just going to tell you, just everybody, like when you find information, especially public information, it's for everybody. It really is. So here, right here, this is the adoption paperwork. The adoption paperwork right here. So I know he likes to say, "Oh, everyone's using my research." We give him research. It's a back and forth. When stuff gets posted, it's public then. And a lot of this stuff is public information. Anyone can go find it. But he's acting like he has ownership of it. That is, it's very narcissistic, incredibly narcissistic. So, right there, that's, you can see I was sharing things with him as he was sharing things with me. And that's normal. And to be upset that other people are using your research, like I've shared this with a lot of other people. Bruce sent it to me and then said, don't share it with anyone. I never agreed to that. Guess what? Anyone who's asked me for it, I've happily shared it with. Yeah, that this is Bruce made this, or well, actually, Lynette gave it to Bruce, knowing what she was doing with it, because there's things in here covered up. But yeah, for Spawn Trooper to be like, oh, they're using my research. Okay, get over yourself, dude. Now, this one, Susan Cartwright is a person who posted information in the What the Hales group. Okay. Now, it was causing a stir. Okay. This is someone who was a shit stir. Now, the reason I'm going to this is because Spawn Trooper likes to talk about how he doesn't trust Georgie. He doesn't trust Georgie because she was talking to Bruce and she didn't tell him. Well, she told me. She told Coop. She told several people, hey, I'm having conversations with Bruce. She's not the only one. Squid. Squid has conversations with Bruce. And like I've said on a thing, I think that's actually really smart because now Bruce, in all these lawsuits, he cannot sue Georgie. He can't sue her because she went to him for legal advice. There's attorney-client privilege now. There's an established relationship. He can't be the attorney. So any lawsuit that he is involved in, that's a conflict of interest. Another attorney has to take that case to be able to sue her. Can't happen. That's American law. That's why, he doesn't understand American law. But he doesn't trust Georgie because of that. Well, this was sent, like, Susan Cartwright posted some stuff, and then we were in a chat that I'm no longer in with Pam Carson, aka My Pretty. And Pam Carson is a shit star. I do not trust her one bit. And I'm saying that for the first time publicly. I've told people privately, but now, and this is why. People like DJ Radis, her, I'm trying to think, Tessa, like Heather Marion, I really don't trust them. I don't trust them. Some of them I'll interact with just because I interact with somebody. Like we talked the last time when we addressed Spawn Troopers thing. He said I was trusting all these people. Just because I was talking to him doesn't mean I trust them. Now, here's the thing. Spawn Trooper trusts Pam. He trusts Pam. And he's had Pam on his show. They're in chats together. But Pam provided this when we were like, who's sending this? And she sent us this screenshot. Now, he immediately, when we got this screenshot, he immediately said, hey, I'm going to send you something. And we had a discussion about it. We went into Discord. I believe it was Discord where we had a discussion. And he was like, look, there's the cameras here. That means it's her account. Now, look, this is what he sent before. This was my account. Look, there's no pictures. So he had gone on to my account and there's no camera, meaning he can't change any of the things about my profile. But this was the picture that Pam supposedly took of Susan Cartwright. So what do we know? We know that Pam, her alt account is Susan Cartwright. That's what we know. And she didn't disclose that to any of us and was out there starting BS. But yet he trusts Pam. He has Pam on his show. He's in chats with Pam. And because, I still talk with MaxLab, he's like, oh, you talk with MaxLab. You trust him. Look, there are some things I'll say I will trust MaxLab on. Some things I won't. And that's okay. That is okay. And just because I talk to someone does not mean I trust them. Like, there are some things I will say, yeah, I do trust MaxLab on some things. Not everything. And that's, I get to gauge that. No one else gets to gauge that. But he clearly trusts Pam enough to have her on her show. He won't bring Eric Miller on his show. So those are the photos. Like, He doesn't trust Georgie, but he'll trust this. He knows Pam does this. Like, I don't like it when people are just stirring shit, especially in this whole Jeremy Hales case. I don't like people who stir up shit for the sake of stirring up shit. It's one thing. It's one thing if drama's happening. That's one thing. But to try to create it, and that was the problem with Max Lab. He tried to create some drama with Uncle Frank. Yeah, that happened. But I this is the first time I'm talking about Pam publicly. I would not have had he not gone after Georgie because I don't trust her. Okay, well you trust Pam, and you know she's doing nefarious shit, and he has no qualms about going after Max Life. He did say last time, "Oh, I've said so many times that he has a disability." Yeah, but you still did streams attacking the guy. Like I understand Max Lab has a disability, and I take that into account. That's why I've never publicly trashed him. Even when Max did bad stuff, I didn't publicly trash him. This was Interactions December 14th, and I went back this far just so you guys can see. He showed very selective, very edited DMs. You guys are getting the full DMs right here. You're getting the full Monty. Let me actually make this bigger so you guys can see it all. There we go. A lot bigger then. So December 14th, everything was okay. He was having an issue with Georgie and Max Lab in the background. They both had messaged me, and I wasn't going to discuss it. I said, look, I'm not getting in the middle of it. And they respected that. Yeah, he's very big in the American trucker. Like, he was the one really pushing for that. He also really badly wanted Megan and Tug's attention on that. Megan and Tug have given me attention. I appreciate it. They don't have to. If they never want to have me on their show again, that's fine. If they ever want to come in my show, they have an open invite. They're doing their thing. I really respect both of them. Like I said, I've been following Tug for a number of years. And to be honest, I DM Tug quite a bit, and he doesn't respond to me. He doesn't have to. That's fine. He's got his own life to live, and he's busy. I'm not, and me, Slug, and Megan have kind of like poked fun at each other and stuff, and it's very playful. I've been reading Megan Fox unknowingly that it was her for years, but I appreciate what she does. She's a very good journalist. So if she never wants to give me any more attention, that is perfectly. If she were to DM me, and there are people who have, and said, I never want to work with you again, stay away from my chat, I respect that. I'll fine. I don't have to. Just don't get mad when there were people who were like, oh, these people don't come into my chat anymore. Well, guess what? Some of us are legitimately friends, and when you do stuff like that, yeah, you are kind of drawing that line in the sand. That will happen. Some people will be like, okay, well, if they'll treat you like that, I don't want them treating me like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and distance myself. And that happens. And people, friendships and interactions and working together, it's fluid through our lives. I've got a best friend that I've had for 40 years. That doesn't happen. He's the one guy. He's the one guy that I've been friends with that long. Like, there are other people I'm friends with, but I really don't talk to them that much and stuff like that. But so this was the 15th. He wanted to chat. He was trying to DM me on Discord, and I was incredibly busy. Doing things with the nonprofit that he has a problem with me not doing a lot of stuff on, that I should be doing all this other stuff. Do you guys know how incredibly busy you get when you do any type of business? And the nonprofit is a business, and I have another business. So yeah, I was incredibly busy that day. I thought I would be free. I said, I will be free in an hour and a half. That is actually how much we had scheduled for my meeting that I was going to be in about the race that we're planning. And we've already had to push the race back. We have, just because of other priorities, a lot of things happening. And I might not do the race. Guess what? There's a lot of shit that has to go into stuff. But he was hit me up when you're done. Later on that night, he said, "You good, bro?" I was literally still there. And I said, "Yeah, just a busy day." Look at that. That was 2 p.m. to almost 8 p.m. That's how busy I was. Um, and he was very, very butthurt about it. Man, I could have done with a chat last night, but I've been struggling with the depth of my mate's mother. But I sorted out. I hope you're having a good one. This is ultimately why he got upset, is because I wasn't there for him, and he stated that publicly. Um, Dude, if I, for any of you, for your mental health, if your plan is me, that's a plan to fail. I'm sorry. I have other shit going on in my life. Things like my kid is my number one priority. If my kid calls me or asks me to do anything, I'm dropping everything to go do that and to be there for my kid, because that's what a dad should do. Uh, that wasn't in this case, but this just goes to show that, you know, you can't like, I will help people, but here's the thing. I help on my terms. My time, my terms. And that's the way I operate my life, because I have put too much of myself out there for other people, and I have gotten taken advantage of. Example, Eric. I helped Eric. It was not enough for him. It was not enough. And he then went and trashed me. Guess what? So that's why I set healthy boundaries and say, okay, I I am the one who dictates this stuff. And look right here. We need to have a chat about MaxLab. Okay? Again, the guy that he acknowledges has a disability. And on Discord, I don't have the or no, it was actually in another Facebook group. I said, look, I am not going to have that discussion. I'm not, like, I'm not going to, I told him that I wasn't going to listen to it. I'm not going to deal with it with you. Like, that it was off the table. Right there, you see where he's asking me. And then right here, he did a full stream on MaxLab. That was December 16th. You can go look it up. A whole stream trashing him. And look, he was live. And look what I said. Really? In the other group, I told him this is stupid and unnecessary. He didn't show you that DM, did he? Why are you so interested, Mike? What is wrong? Don't like the fact that the prick was given information from Georgie? You want to jump up on the same bandwagon, or what's this guilt trip? He's mad that Georgie and MaxLab talked. Guess what? Anyone involved with this, people talk. You should expect them to talk. Like, that's, they had a discussion. Oh well, they talk about me. I've never asked them that. I am assuming that. I'm assuming that some people have even said some shit about me. That's okay. Now, when you go publicly on another platform and do it, I would much rather people, if you want to talk shit to my face. Look at the way I do the show. I put it up. Talk shit to my face. But that wasn't what happened here. What So You saying is that it's okay for Max to stir the shit? What it is, don't want to lose your paper mule, is what he's trying to say there. Because I've talked about this before. MaxLab, he gets the court documents, he gives them to me. Sometimes I get them from other sources too. When things happen, trust me, people DM me. It's okay. But yeah, MaxLab has given me stuff. He's paid for stuff. And I've even offered him, hey, you're paying for this stuff, man. And you're giving it to me to take to air. Let me give you some money for it. Georgie was big time against me doing that. Not so much Spawn Trooper, but Georgie was. She was like, no, if he's going to spend the money, let him. You didn't tell him to spend the money. I have to gauge that within myself, what I'm comfortable doing. But this was after he pulled me into a Discord where he wanted to trash Max Lab. And before I went in that Discord, I said, I'll come in, but I'm not talking about this. And that was majority of what we talked, or what he talked about. I was very quiet. And I think people involved, because there were other people in there. I know Heather Marion and I know Pam Carson were in there. And I think Slug was even in there. And I was very quiet. Dude, I trusted you till last night. And I put, you go ahead and turn your channel into vendettas and everyone will turn you off. Just giving him advice. You lied to me yesterday. You need to turn off the computer and talk to a counselor. Stop feeding the drama. Right there. He didn't show this DM. I lied to you. What I lied to you about, Mike? What? The fact that some little cow appears and starts a effing argument. I tuck my distance and then she effing talks to Max. Dude, get over it. Get over it. People talk. See a counselor while Mike. Oh, see? Right there. He does not want to address any of his issues. I have a therapist. He's tried to put me down for having a therapist. Dude, I recommend, I recognize I've got issues. I do. I work on them. I improve on them. I was very calm with a lot of this stuff because, and I had to walk away sometimes. The fact that your buddy Max did this, interesting, don't you think? And he puts up these screenshots that he's shown. I don't care. And you want to fucking go at me, hypocrite. So you'll see, here's what I was saying. Stop doing this publicly. You asked me to come to a Discord because of quote unquote new information. I said I wasn't discussing Max Lab. You said we wouldn't. That's all it was about. I don't want part of any of that. Send all the screenshots you want. It is of no interest to me. Can I be any clearer? Him. Then why the hell you involving yourself if you don't want to be involved? I didn't involve myself. You did. You involved me. I did not want to be a part of it. I've heard your message on stream, but hey, it's interesting how people change their colors, and I've seen that over the past week. That fucker went over the line not once, but a few times. And you sit on your stream and talk about it. Interesting. At this point, I had not sat on my stream and talked about it. There was trust, but I presume Max Lab is your buddy, and now I am a narcissist. And then here's my retort. You pulled me into the Discord. You involved me. I am not involving myself. But hey, I am good about... See, this is the thing. Like, these were right after another. He was not reading what I said. And look at how... See how he puts all these really long paragraphs? It's very Lynette. It's an indicator of an emotional crisis. It shows me that I trusted the wrong people. It shows that I was easy to believe there were people whom I believed to be genuine. To turn out like this, I mean, I'm not perfect, but I am being blamed for Georgie causing this shit. So you do, fella, trust no one. You and I will, as of today, have a problem with. Have a good day. You go and do you. Again, this is a guy who dragged me into a Discord chat under false pretenses. On the response that you just posted, so you are telling me that what your little fave Georgie die with Max was okay. Again, it's not for me to discuss with him. If I have a problem with what they're doing, I'm going to take it to them. I was having a problem with what he did. I brought it to him. He thinks I should take to him the problems I have with them, which is exactly what Georgie did that he's got a problem with. Hypocrite much? As they say, kick them when they're down. I don't know how he thinks he's down. Okay. And play victim after I have made mistakes and all this, fine, but this is bullshit. Georgie didn't pull me, this is me. Georgie didn't pull me into a Discord under false pretenses. Stop projecting your actions onto others. So he did read that one because he responds to it. So, Mike, what you're telling me is your statement there. It is. What Georgie did and what Max did is okay. Again, not discussing that with him. There are actions that did not course this issue to get worse, and the fact that you sat on your stream and said what you said and then tried to make me look like the bad guy. You can go back December 17th. I had not made anything of a stream about this at that point. I hadn't. The one who did a stream was him. He did a stream. I did a stream saying, look, I am not starting this drama. People need to stop with this drama. That's what I was saying. I never named him. He was naming people. And it's, again, December 16th and 17th. You can go look up the streams yourself. Projecting me. How am I pointing facts out, like the fact that you see picture but do on your stream? Did I go to Max Lab, the one person who courses issues? Did I start going to other people, coursing issues and lying? Yeah, you came to me. You dragged me into a Discord, dude. You lied to me, dude. Mike, interesting how fast you changed, but at least now, rather than later, I did not invite you under false pretense onto Discord. To be honest, I wanted to get advice on how to deal with it. Why is it you're protective, Mike? I told him I wasn't going to discuss it because I didn't want to be put into the middle, but he put me in the middle. Why? But hey, does he think I'm his therapist? He was depressed the 2 days prior, and now he wants to find out how we should deal with Max Lab and Georgie, when I already said I'm not getting into it. Was I his therapist? Why is it you're so protective, Mike? Yeah, I'm protective. I'm protective of Max. Why? Because Max has a disability. DJ Radis goes after Max Lab every chance he can. He bullies him. And Spawn Trooper has piled on with that. Spawn Trooper doesn't realize how much he got played by DJ Radis. Like, when you have mental issues, people can manipulate the shit out of you. But hey, the fact that you indirectly described MK like a narcissist indirectly, okay, that's not what I was saying. But if that's what you're seeing, maybe you should have some self-reflection. And indirect comments on your stream, well, here's the thing. I'm a big boy. I can defend myself. And Michael and Georgie course this. And from what I'm seeing, you're enabling it by your behavior. How am I enabling? I don't want to be involved. How's that enabling? You basically just did exactly what the fleas and otters cockwomble do. Congratulations there, Mike. And here's my thing. We don't need to air dirty laundry in the fake What the Hell's group. I said that in another chat because that's exactly what he was doing. And I put, please provide me links to George and Max Lab's public post. I don't think I've addressed it with either. I've dealt with them one-on-one, but what they didn't do was pull me into a chat, ignoring the boundaries I created. You're deflecting onto them. My issue is that you crossed the line. You're ignoring my boundaries because you wanted to drag me into a personal act you had to grind. You're too busy getting people on your side. You're blind that you lied to me and ignored what I told you I didn't want to be a part of. And I left the group and the Discord, and you said, I'm having a go at you. The opposite. I want none of this. Stop trying to rope me into your bullshit. You can stop. Radis can stop. Pam can stop. You all want drama. Leave me out of it. And here we go. Another book. And I believe this is the one that he actually did show on his thing, but he did redact things. Drama, nope. Truth, facts. I did not start this. Trust is earned, Mike, and you're 180. When this happened, considering I was not aware of any of it, but here you state you spoke to them both one-on-one. Yeah, like I told them I wanted out of it. Yeah. I dealt with them one-on-one. Yeah. I don't think I've addressed it with either. Right there. Or you don't think I've addressed it with either. I told them both, I don't want a part of this. I don't want a part of this. Yeah, I think you did an oopsie there. Yeah, oh, he thinks I lied. I lied to him because I didn't tell him. I told them I wanted to stay out of it. What I've said the whole time. I told him from the get-go I didn't want to be a part of it. I'm not perfect, fella, but at least I'm consistent and to the point. Now I've spoken to Georgie, and I don't dislike her at all. Sure. And like I said, I don't hold a grudge. Sure. But I am seeing your live stream, and the way you have behaved made me wonder why anyway. I've been seeing it for a while now. My live stream was about stop roping me into drama. I was now born on a dredge boat, Mike, and the fact that you have violated our privacy and my trust. How did I violate your privacy? I told people I wasn't going to discuss it. Get over yourself. And we have discussed with others. And you know what's funny is he, in his live stream, he did post about how he talks with Squid and has revealed stuff in their conversations to me. Again, people talk. People talk. But when people tell you, I don't want to get involved in this is nothing for me, you should respect that. I've discussed with others after what I have no seen, and you want to come at me with this. You choose to do what you want. No one forces you to do anything. Really? Because you seem to be very opinionated about what I do. You still talk and hang around the exact people you seem to have an issue with and want to judge me. I had your 6, and for some effed up reason, I still do. And that's, do you? Mm-hmm. And that's the way I am, but you can do what you wish. But you know, for one thing, I have no need to fabricate anything. Drama you people over there love. Dude, who is bringing the drama here? Look at the book you just wrote me. Throw in that my face. Dude, you're still hanging out with Pam. You've had her on your channel. And we know she stirs up drama. I just showed it. Who am I considering genuine friends as I take friendship serious? But from what I've seen, you are basically telling me that what Max did is okay and you move on. No, when he does something wrong, I address it with him. But I don't need to address it with other people. I'll talk to other people if I choose to, but it doesn't mean I have to. I choose. That's the thing. I get to choose. I get to set my boundaries. Thank you for constructive input. I will take what we have responded with, and you said in your live under advisement. And you sent me a rambling paragraph, and you don't think this is unhealthy. Go ahead and call me out. I'm watching live. He was doing a live right now. You aren't accused of being a liar. You aren't accused of being a liar. You did lie to me. And instead of acknowledging that, you're on your live having a pity party. And then this is me all responding to him live. You're showing everyone what you're about. You don't need to be on a stream. You need to be talking to a counselor. Why didn't he show all these? Where was I? Planning a veteran 5K. When I have people DMing me saying you're talking about me, yeah, you're showing everyone. Yeah, people, when he talks about me, I get tons of people who DM me. Why don't you tell them how you lied to me? Poor you, poor spawn trooper. Dude, you should end the stream and go talk to a counselor. You're in a depression. No, these are all just me responding because he was interacting with me on his live. Again, December 17th. You can go look it up. Yeah. So why would I? He was suggesting that I recorded the conversation. Okay. Yes. You want to know why? It's projection. He records conversations, and guess what? Guess what, Scott? We know because you've told it in DJ Radis's Discord. You said that. And now everybody knows because you think there's a lot of people in those. And when you make a comment publicly, yeah, people do talk about it. Again, expect people to talk about it. So just everyone knows if you interact with Spawn Trooper, he's gonna record your conversation. And he's talking about trust. He doesn't tell people I'm recording you. And here's the thing. I really don't give a shit about his recordings. The same person I am off camera is the same person I am on camera. Yeah, here. I'm telling him, show whatever you want. He was threatening me. And he still does it. It's like, dude, I don't care. Show. Look, I'm showing your DMs now. You showed them first. I'm going to show the unredacted ones. So yeah, this is all, like, you guys can screenshot this here. In fact, what I will do is I will turn off my webcam and I will make this bigger for you. So then you guys can see all of these screenshots. Yeah, he lied to me. I never lied to him. I didn't tell him everything. If he wants to say that's a lie of omission, fine, whatever. But I told everybody I didn't want to be a Paul. Yeah, you have no clue what I told Georgie or Max Lab. And I'll tell everyone right now. I told them I didn't want to be a part of it. They will both say, yeah, Mike told me he didn't want to be a part of it. Yeah. Oh, I'm a hypocrite. Look at this. This was me responding to him, like things he was saying in his live stream. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Really? Get over yourself. Yeah, so this is the stuff that he showed on his show. It's just, look at this freaking book. Dude, this is textbook mental condition right here. Because he doesn't feel he's being heard. So that's why he's writing over and over and over and over. And you guys can screenshot this stuff. You can. Don't care. Here, I'm being a smartass. That's a very long-winded way of saying, I'm sorry I lied to you, gaslit you, and did a live stream about you. Until you can condense it down to something similar, just stay away from me. See, you could have saved yourself a bunch of time. Like, I'm being a smartass to him. Because at this point, like, I told him not to do the live stream. I told him to stop the live stream. But he was... These are the ones that he showed. He didn't show these where, you know, he'd have to talk about how he was talking about me live and shitting on me live. But he'll take these and put them up, and yeah, he'll block out Max and Georgie, so there's some mystery. Like, everyone knows that's who he was talking about, but yet he redacted that. It's like, dude, stop. Everyone knows who you're talking about. Yeah, he's like, oh, did you speak to them before or after? And I didn't feel the need to answer that. But fine. Oh, he kept on it. So yeah, before. And they respected my feelings and didn't blindside me. Didn't lie to him. It's none of your business who I talk to and when I talk to him. But I'll tell you, I told them I did not want to be dragged into it. They were okay with that. He dragged me in. You could and should have told me. Da, da, da. And there I am saying, you can go tell anyone it's you who lied to me. Yep. Oh, come clean. Come clean on what? On what? He keeps posting this stuff. No one cares. Leave me alone. Stop acting like a dejected woman. That is exactly how he acts. Exactly. No one cares. Go see a therapist. I blocked him. He did try to talk to me and Tat on Christmas to try to, after he says all this shit about me, then wants to play nice on Christmas and be like, oh, Merry Christmas. Dude, go fuck yourself. Fuck off. So there you guys go. I said I would do it in a members only. And I would show all the DMs. I showed you guys more. Now you guys know why I don't trust Pam Carson, my pretty. She is just out to create drama. A lot of people in this are. And you got to be very careful, those people. DJ Radis, only out to create drama. That was the whole Uncle Frank thing. Notice how they're not talking about that anymore. Did you not find anything out? Or did Candace Bingham, get notified by her work that she was using the systems at her work inappropriately? Maybe put her job in jeopardy. Hey, have you received anything, DJ Radis? Like, maybe, I don't know, lawyer from a letter? Or a letter from a lawyer, sorry. But yeah, so there you go. It's just so stupid. The fact that the dude has no content, you know, other than video games and bitching about Bruce and the Lees. Like, oh, I found more stuff. Like, oh, and he'll give you bad legal advice, bad legal analysis about U.S. courts. The dude knows jack shit about U.S. courts. I was constantly correcting him when he was on Veteran Nation. Like, oh my God, it was, and like every time in my head, I'm like, why are you saying shit that, like, you clearly don't know? Like, it's a better conversation if you ask me, hey, Mike, could this happen? and then we can talk about it. And like, but to act like that's what he does. He doesn't have a freaking clue. So there you go, folks. You have the DMs, unredacted. Um, if he wants to keep playing this game, I mean, go right ahead. All he wants to hold things back and redact stuff and not show the full thing because he wants to always have that threat of something out there. So, but yep, there we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being a member. You know, I don't do a lot of members only content, but when I do, you know it's going to be good. So thank you so much. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.